Hey, K Famous, aka Fatah Muhammad here, and I'm gonna share with you just a little few of my thoughts on male-female relationships and what's kind of been taking place since the rise of Mr. Samuels, since the rise and death of Mr. Samuels. And so I'm gonna address it a little bit like this. I don't care what you think. That man made an impact. He impacted the talking points. If you listen, since this is how you know this man was from God, okay? Because no other person in the sphere of relationships has ever, there has been, but he has totally impacted the way people are talking about relationships, the advocacy of accountability. This is how you know this man was from God, because out of his message at the end of the day was about accountability, and it was about exposing the mindset. See, anything that exposes the mindset and also puts on you the spirit of accountability, this is from God. Duh. So yeah, you may have said he was gay. You may have said all kind of shit about him. Oh, he was demeaning black women, blah, 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 blah. But for many of you who did not agree with what he had to say concerning the way black women are, you got to understand that a lot of the reason why black women act the way they act is because of black men. And I'm going to tell you why. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that the men of this world do not want a righteous woman. So you can blame, if you're the type of mother that likes blaming women. If you think that the dating market is so fucked up, it's because of you niggas. It's because of us. Listen, because this is the 7th day of the female warrior cycle, because really, the world that we live in, this Me Too generation, we've created women. This feels like Frankenstein. We've created women to be attention whores. This is what we've created. You make them, as men, we make these women hoes, and then we make them attention hoes. Now, why is this? How do you do this? How do you make a woman an attention hoe? Well, what you do is you take away the knowledge of who she is, and you just want to hoe her out. You basically don't want to approach a woman with something in mind in terms of, well, what are we going to do together? And really, the only thing is, a man really has to want to have a family. You honestly, if you don't want to have children, then of course, you're going to convince women. You're going to try to go around the world to convince women you don't need fucking children. You're going to convince women that, well, look, I don't want this baby to be born for whatever reason, because you got two types of men. You got men who want to kill human beings, and you have men who want to see the human being grow and develop. These are the only two types of men that there are. You're either going to be the type of motherfucker who wants to kill the consequences of what he's doing, or you actually want to make something better of the world. This is it. This is all you got. Either you want to take the children and make them better, or you want to take them and cut their fucking throats. It's it. It's no two ways to look at it. Men of this world do not want a righteous woman. You want the kind of woman, ideally, you should want a woman who's righteous. See, but a man has to be that. A man has to want to have a family. A man has to want to be a productive member of the society. A man he's going to have to want to do these things so that he can encourage other people. Why in the hell would you as a man why would you say that the dating market's all fucked up because black women or women are attention hoes. The reason why they're like this is because as men, we fucked up and we haven't been teaching these women, we haven't been teaching them hoes how to act. If you're gonna teach a bitch how to act, you're gonna have to be serious about this is how you're gonna do it. You have to set up a system. You have to set up a way that you're gonna do things so that you don't ruin the process of what you're doing. Look here, Mr. Samuels kind of dignified the dating process because he added his understanding of spirituality and the nature of man and female with the purpose of making a family. Now, for those men who don't want to have family, it's understandable. There's no reason really for you to get married. But for those of you who want to have family, that's what marriage is about. You don't need to sign a fucking paper to go get married. All you got to do is have a fucking child. But now that you got the child, now what are you going to do? You're going to just, hey, fuck it. We're not going to have a team mentality about this goddamn child that we just made. Nah, fuck that. Men, we have to want that shit. We have to want the woman to be an upstanding woman, and we have to be willing to protect the women who do that kind of stuff. But you ain't getting no practice doing this. You're not, as the American man, ideally, particularly American black men, we're really not too concerned about protecting women because, we're too worried about fucking them. But ideally, if you want shit to get better between men and women, men are going to have to want the woman to be a certain way, and we're going to have to encourage that. We're going to have to encourage that. That means we're going to have to stop paying for pussy. It means we're going to have to stop thirsting after these bitches who make thirst traps. We're going to have to stop doing a lot of shit that encourages the bullshit.